In this episode of Unreal Reels, I'll be showcasing some xtwitter.com video clips straight out of my feed. In looking for UFO sightings, from ordinary to esoteric, and from bizarre to absolutely nightmarish, I've looked and found some that may be very hard to believe. Enjoy! At the top of the page, the user, The Skiff, writes, "The Pentagon just went public with directed energy weapons, but there is a whole other side, and so much they are not telling you about how advanced these weapons really are. Secretary Hegseth watched lasers and microwaves destroy drones in real time." Let's watch.
Well, Secretary of War Hegseth just got a live demonstration of directed energy weapons. He says the Pentagon intends to buy tens to hundreds of these in the coming years. It's the first known viewing of a directed energy weapon demonstration by a sitting war secretary. So what are they? Directed energy weapons fire concentrated energy at the speed of light. And for years, intelligence officials working abroad have reported brain injuries known as Havana syndrome. The condition could be linked to directed energy weapons. And earlier this week, we spoke to Emmy Award-winning investigative journalist Catherine Herridge, and she says the domestic threat is very real. Take a look.
But I think this idea that there aren't domestic attacks and that they haven't targeted civilians is just not correct. It's not borne out by the evidence. And again, the trend that I'm seeing is that the cadence of attacks inside the United States, I think, has escalated. My information is only anecdotal, but I do believe that the 4 years under the Biden administration where we said there's nothing to see here, there's no novel weapon, there's no foreign adversary, I think this was a tremendous disservice and emboldened those who are behind it.
Joining us now, former Top Gun Navy fighter pilot Matthew Wiz Buckley and South Pole whistleblower Eric J. Hecker. Great to see you both. So, Eric, Catherine told us also that she has heard potentially there are these attacks that have happened outside the executive office building in Washington, D.C., which is right next to the White House. So for many people who don't understand what these weapons do and they're freaked out by them, how do they work?
You would say it's an extension of Tesla technology, the ability to move energy from point A to point B without the conventional means of, warheads and things like that. A standard weapon delivers an explosion, but through a conventional means. It's a payload. So instead of having the conventional method of delivery, directed energy weapons just deliver that explosive force sometimes from point A to point B wirelessly. That's one method. Directed energy weapons is a very large umbrella term. So make no mistake, it's a varied arsenal.
Next up, we have the user named The Secret Archives, who writes, "The two objects appearing to be following or connected at some distance. At one point, it appears the larger Orient releases something. There are occasional strobes, and eventually the smaller object trailing along disappears. Some have suggested that it's an aircraft refueling." Let's watch.
Whoa, what do we have here? Look at this shit, guys. And there's something flying like alongside of it to the right. You see that? Sorry for the shaky camera, guys. Sorry about that. There's a satellite. 2 satellites. All right, back to the main object. Whoa, guys. Do you see that? It looks like there's something that came out of it. It's very faint. Do you see it? Oh, shit. Now it started strobing. Do y'all see that, though? It's like to the upper right of the other object, the little object. Look at that. What the hell is that? What the hell is that, man?
The next post comes from the user named The Age of Disclosure, who writes, "UAP incursions over sensitive U.S. military bases, including Area 51, is an urgent and ongoing issue." Let's watch.
We've had repeated instances of something operating in the airspace over restricted nuclear facilities, and it's not ours.
These are otherworldly things that are performing maneuvers that haven't been seen.
They have both deactivated and activated nuclear weapons.
They're invading our airspace, and we don't know exactly why they're doing it, what their intent is, and what their capabilities are.
Many of them connected with ranges out west, notably Area 51.
Next in line on this page, a user named UFO Reporter writes, Haunting footage captures a colossal, dim-structured UAP maintaining a steady hover over a city hidden in heavy smog. Let's watch. Next on the page, username UFO Mania writes, "One of the clearest UFO sightings was filmed by the space shuttle crew a few years ago." Let's watch.
Guys getting the image? Copy that. 797 here, you want 98? Lots clear. 7, go ahead. I'll tell you at 10 o'clock high. This is Houston. Say again, 7? We have a bogey at 10 o'clock high. We have an unidentified flying object. All advised that appears to be tumbling. It just seems to be tagging along with us. Houston, we got somebody out the front window with a pair of binoculars and a zoom lens. We're trying to get a pretty good idea on this thing. And we copy that.
Next up is a username EnigmasX who writes, "The worst kept secret of commercial airplanes exposed from the heights. A terrified passenger records a mysterious and enormous white object floating next to his flight from Las Vegas to Dallas." Let's watch. Next up is user Amara L577 who writes, "Serengeti UFO crash. Gray alien emerges from wreckage. A massive UFO wreck has crashed to the ground in the Serengeti plains. As zebras watch in astonishment, a gray alien steps out from the wreckage. The viral footage has sent the internet ablaze." Let's watch. Next up, a user by the name of OA NASA writes, "Two reptilian species, remote viewed, fact or speculation." Let's watch.
I was shown a very dark cave, a very dark, shadowy place, and there was these two beings standing there. There was one that was the classic reptilian that I described, with the head very much like a T-Rex. And then another being that was the same size, just standing there next to it. It was more snake-like. It was humanoid, but its head was literally like a snake. It had quite a petite face, smaller face, much smaller than the big snout of the other reptilian. But also, the face was even shorter snout, and it was light-colored scales. Down its chest was like the underbelly of a snake, light golden. It didn't have a tail. It was much slimmer than a human.
The next post is by a username Deep State Illuminate, who writes, "UFO sighting in Sint-Cataline, Waver, Belgium." Let's watch.
Dați o zeneu, tată, cum zboară o zeneu aici. Așa că-l vedeți? Dați o zeneu. Deci eu tocmai am filmat un ozeneu, că în pușcă de-l găsesc draci. Dacă încă se vede acolo. L-auziți? Nu știu dacă se aude. Nu știu ce naiba e, dar am bubuie de-l găsesc draci. Așa se aude pe filmare. Bine că nu m-am pușcat pe mine. Verificat acum filmarea, dar telefonul nu prea preia, dar trimite niște impulsuri așa. Ce mișcări ciudate are. Cred că e dronă rusească.
And once again, another post from Amara L577, who writes, "Giant triangle UFO and jets in the sky. Among the dark clouds, a massive black UFO in the shape of a triangle appears accompanied by jets. With Trump's disclosure of UFOs, these images have gone viral again. Is it a real secret? Let's watch."
That's straight up, you guys. I told you.
finally, to round out this Unreal Reels episode, a portion of the audio of this clip is in Spanish. A user named UFO Reporter writes, "High magnification night tracking isolates a brilliant white UFO exhibiting an intricate service pattern." Let's watch.
El pasado 3 de agosto, en la región de Harapan, Indonesia, un testigo que caminaba en la jungla se percató de la presencia de un enorme objeto en forma de disco que se movía muy lentamente, a pocos metros del terreno selvático. Sin dudarlo, lo grabó a través de su teléfono móvil. Un avistamiento que expone lo cerca que estas presumibles inteligencias no humanas se presentan en distintas zonas de nuestro planeta. Al congelar la toma y realizar un acercamiento, podemos ver con toda claridad la forma del misterioso objeto, así como el reflejo de la luz solar en uno de sus costados, por lo que podríamos suponer que estaba hecho de alguna clase de metal. OVNI que no posee alas, rotores o cualquier fuente de propulsión visible, además de no producir sonido alguno. Por otra parte, en la breve grabación se escucha que el viento sopla con gran fuerza. Pero el objeto se mantiene moviéndose lentamente y en la misma dirección, por lo que podemos descartar de que se tratara de alguna clase de globo.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this Unreal Reels report. That's all for today, folks. So I'll see you in the next one. And by the way, like, subscribe, and share.